My name is Nut Wrench, and I hail from the town. Wait, hold on. From Jacksonville, Florida. I currently work at a gas station, and I live in a very bad apartment that has bed bugs. I am a recreational meth user, and I have caps lock. I have murdered at least 2 people. All right, let's go. Actually, one of my friends said, "What you got, AI?"
I also have a history of stealing cars and driving them into oncoming traffic.
I'm hitting enter. What you got, Billy?
I was arrested for DUI last year and sentenced to probation. I had been drinking before the accident and my blood alcohol level was 0.09%. The legal limit is 0.08%.
Sounds pretty Florida-esque. Enter.
My lawyer told me that if I completed all the terms of my probation, then it would be over with. Unfortunately, I failed to do so and ended up getting charged again.
Next. What you got?
I was supposed to not drink alcohol, but I drank a 12-pack of Budweiser before I got behind the wheel of my car. I'm in jail right now and I'm scared.
Jesus Christ! Wait, what's the /story mean?
I have a long rap sheet and the judge is going to decide my fate. I could get up to 15 years in prison for this offense. My mother has hired a lawyer, but he wants $5,000 to take my case.
Next. Wait, hold up.
I'm not sure if it's worth it, but I really want to get out of this mess. Will you help me?
Enter.
Answer. Let's look at the facts. You were drinking and driving. You've been arrested for this before. You've been convicted of other crimes in the past.
But they wasn't real. Wait, hold on. Should I talk like a redneck? Eddie, come on, man. Look, man, you gotta take this case pro bono. I got a whole shipment of meth that I can push once I get out. Okay.
You've already proven that you can't follow the law. Why should this lawyer believe that you'll follow his advice? The lawyer declines to help you and your mother ends up paying the $5,000 for the lawyer.
Await my court case. Okay, let's see.
You sit in jail as your case is pushed forward. Your mother visits you and tells you that she hired a lawyer, but he wants $5,000 to take your case.
Pay the lawyer's fee and wait for my court case.
You pay the lawyer and wait for your case to come up. It takes several months, but your case is finally called. You're escorted into a courtroom and stand before a judge. Your lawyer stands beside you.
Oh, we need more appropriate music. Hang on. I'm hitting enter. Ace Attorney? Oh yeah, hang on.
You've been charged with 2 counts of vehicular homicide and 1 count of driving under the influence. The victims' families have all gathered in the courtroom to witness your sentencing. You're asked if you wish to say anything before your sentence is handed down.
Hey, fuck y'all. I didn't do shit. You about to see what the truth is. Sorry about your dead kids. Pretty good.
You call out the families for having their children die and making your life miserable. The judge sentences you to 15 years in prison.
Hey, hold on. Hold on. I want to see how this court case goes. Do I have to hit undo again? Let's just go ahead and say yes. Yeah. Okay. Hey, y'all. Sorry about your dead kids. But you will find out that I was framed.
You are sentenced to 10 years in prison for vehicular homicide.
That's minus 5 years. Hang on. No!
You tell the judge that you were framed and then the story ends.
Hang on. No, I hit /2 and then enter. Hang on.
You stand before the judge and look him in the eye. I'm sorry for what I did. I never meant to hurt anyone. It was a tragic accident. The judge stares at you with a stone-faced expression. He begins to speak.
Alright. Hold on.
You have been charged with 2 accounts of vehicular homicide and 1 count of driving under the influence. The victims' families have all gathered in the courtroom to witness your sentencing. What do you have to say for yourself?
I was abducted by aliens and forced to do this. You have to believe me.
I was abducted by aliens and forced to do this. You have to believe me. The judge looks at you in disbelief. He stares at you for a moment and then speaks. It would be the easiest thing in the world to sentence you to prison for 20 years. You'd be a middle-aged man when you got out. Do you think you deserve that punishment? No, Your Honor.
/story. The lawyer, the defense lawyer speaks up and shouts, "Objection!"
The judge turns to face him. Sustained. He turns back to you and continues, but that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to prison for 20 years. The trial is over. You're sentenced.
The defense lawyer speaks up and shouts, "Objection!" Okay, same thing. Okay. Pull out the Glock that I had hidden in my waistband and shoot the bailiff and judge. Blip, 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 blip.
You pull out the Glock that you had hidden in your waistband and shoot the bailiff and judge. You turn to the families of the victims and shoot them as well. You then turn to your mother and shoot her in the chest.
Say, I am Wiggly Fingers Zapham, and I am a wizard from the kingdom of Earth. Why'd I kill my mom?
You say I am Wiggly Fingers Zapham, and I am a wizard from the kingdom of Earth. The gun clicks empty. The judge and bailiff are dead. Your mother lies bleeding on the floor.
Story. The defense lawyer says, "Good work. The contract is fulfilled. Your promise." Hey, how do you spell? Oh, I know how. Fulfilled. Your promise to the Dark Lord is complete, and so the ritual may begin.
You are bathed in an eerie red light as the lawyer continues. Your mother will provide the blood that begins the ritual. She is still alive. Will you do the honors?
What the fuck? Create a pentagram of blood from my mother's dying body and place her body in the middle of it. What the fuck? Good thing we shot the bailiff. He was the only one with a gun.
You walk over to your mother and place her in the middle of the pentagram. The lawyer stands over her and slices his arm open with a dagger. He lets the blood flow out onto your mother's body.
Next. Let's...
It is done. Now rise up and serve your new master. Your mother's body begins to contort as it rises into the air. She screams in pain as her skin burns and boils, and her bones begin to twist and morph.
Enter. Alright. Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida, dude.
Kneel before your new master, human. You kneel before your mother, who has been transformed into a demonic, flying creature. She is now completely subservient to the Dark Lord.
In the background, one of the victims' mothers... Wait, hold on. One of the victims' family members that had been previously shot begins to stir. Yes.
Kill the witness, the lawyer shouts. You draw your gun and shoot the family member as she screams for help. The police begin to surround the building, but you know that you have to stay and fight to protect your new master.
Say, Dark Master, what evil powers do you have to bestow upon me?
You kneel before your new master and say, Dark Master, what evil powers do you have to bestow upon me?
Enter.
What shall your faithful servant do with this power? Your master laughs and says, you will be given the powers of the infernal planes. You will gain strength beyond your wildest dreams and can never die unless you are killed by powerful magic.
Yes! Give it to me!
However, there is a catch, my apprentice. You will be bound to me until the end of your days, and you will be called to serve when I need you. What is your answer?
I accept.
You accept the deal and are filled with the powers of darkness. You feel an incredible rush of power and know that you will never die unless killed by magic. Your mind is filled with evil knowledge that will help you in your quest to serve the Dark Lord.
Yes! Unlimited fucking power! My mother is a dark, flying demon whom I am apprenticed to. She bestowed unto me powers, great infernal power. I cannot die unless killed by magic. I serve the Dark Lord. We need to deal with the police outside.
You and your mother kill the police officers surrounding the building. You go back inside and begin to gather up your things.
Hold on, I want to undo that. Hang on. No, I hit enter! Hang on, maybe not. Hold on.
You have the power of darkness now, and you need to find somewhere to use it. You and your mother pack up the things that you need and leave the building. As you walk out into the night, you see a police car pull up.
Alright, we won't undo. Hang on, I'm hitting enter.
You draw your gun and shoot the two police officers as they get out of their car. You take their guns and put them in the back of your car. You and your mother drive away into the night.
Okay. Hold up. Don't I have
You have killed and now have the power of darkness. It is time to begin your quest to bring the Dark Lord's vengeance upon the world. By Owen Pearson. This was written in 2006.
Oh. Who is that? He writes history books. I'm hitting enter again, I have to know.
I'm not sure what to think of it. I'm thinking about rewriting it with a few changes and releasing it as a short story. Let me know if you like it.
Kill Owen... Wait, tell Owen Pearson that it is not fiction. Hold on.
Owen, I am writing to you because I am concerned about your story. I think that you need to know that it is not fiction. The events that you describe in your story happened, and the person who you are talking about is my mother.
Alright, we're back in, boys. Mail a bomb tile. Is this person still alive? I don't know. Hold on. Hold on, let's hit enter and see what happens.
She was a demon, and she is dead now. I know that you did not kill her, but the police shot her. She died in my arms. The reason that I am writing to you is that I think you need help.
Owen Pearson receives the letter from me, reads it, and realizes that he is an oracle who was able to predict things that he himself had not seen. Okay. Yeah.
He goes into shock and never writes again.
You sit back and think about how you have successfully covered up the story of your gaining of infernal power. You mourn the loss of your mother, but realize that you must that in order to complete her dark mission, you must carry on.
Your quest to destroy the world continues.
Smoke a joint.
You smoke a joint and realize that you need to get your hands on some stronger drugs. Where can I find some serious drugs? You ask your friend, but he just laughs at you. Seriously, dude, where can I find some good drugs?
/story. You remember a cache of meth you had hidden prior to your court case. You say to your friend, knowing full well it is guarded by at least 10 grizzly bears, that you know a place where we can get some real good shit.
You drive to the location, and your friend follows you. You get out of the car and begin to walk towards the cache. Your friend says he is not going, so you leave him there.
Your friend, however, changes his mind and says to you, no, don't go. I'll go get the meth. You stay at the... wait, hold on. and kill the 10 grizzly bears. You stay at the car and wait for me.
You shrug and say, okay. You wait in the car. Your friend goes into the cave, and you wait for him to return. What the hell is taking him so long? You think.
Enter.
I'll go in and check on him. You get out of the car and walk towards the cave. What's going on? You think.
Enter. 10 grizzly bears.
I could have sworn I left the door to this cave unlocked. You enter the cave and are horrified by what you see. You see your friend, lying dead on the floor. You also see a ghostly figure standing over his body.
You inform the ghostly figure that you, too, are a servant of the Dark Lord.
You lie, the ghostly figure says. Only one of us can leave this cave, and that one is me. The ghostly figure attacks you. You attempt to shoot him, but your gun jams.
My infernal power to destroy the ghostly figure. Yeah, you do pretty good this time. I'm gonna do great.
You call upon the infernal power that courses through your veins,
yes,
and begin to chant.
Yes!
Hell's flames consume your soul. Cremate your flesh. Your Dark Lord waits for you. The ghostly figure screams in agony as he is burnt to a crisp. You walk outside the cave and go back to your car.
It's raining outside. You turn the radio on and put on a classic rock station. You think about your dead friend who had a wife and kids, a well-paying job, a future ahead of him, a life ruined by the prospect of meth. Meth that he will never smoke. You remember to collect the meth and put it inside of your car before leaving.
You drive back to your house, turn the radio off, and begin to think about your next move.
Go into my house and prepare a summoning circle in my bedroom. Shapeshift into him? Oh shit.
You go into your house and begin to prepare a summoning circle in your bedroom. You need to contact a demon, one who can give you the power to destroy humanity. You hear a knock on the door. Just a second. You yell.
I'm hitting enter.
You finish setting up the circle and begin to chant. O mighty Dark Lord, ruler of the infernal realm, giver of power and terror, hear my call and grant me the ability to cause the destruction of the world.
Yes.
You hear a voice behind you say, all right, I'll do it for a price. You turn around and see a little, green imp.
What is the price?
The soul of your firstborn child, the imp says. You want the soul of my firstborn child? You ask. Yes, the imp says.
You give up the soul of your firstborn child to the imp in exchange for the power to destroy humanity. You do not destroy humanity quite yet, however, as there was a knock at your door prior to the imp's appearance. The imp disappears before the door opens.
Honey, I'm home, you hear your wife say. You quickly hide the evidence that you were about to summon a demon. I'm in here, you say. Your wife walks into the room and says, "Hi, honey."
Where is our son, little Billy?
"He's with my mom for the weekend," your wife says. You kiss your wife, and she kisses you back.
As your wife kisses you, the touch with a human and the mortality that brings causes you to vomit into her mouth on reaction.
You're surprised she doesn't pull away, but instead she deepens the kiss. You begin to feel your life slipping away. "I love you," your wife says.
You pull away at the last moment. You say to your wife, "Hey, why don't we go smoke some of that meth that I stole?"
Your wife agrees, and you smoke the meth. You spend the rest of the weekend with your wife, not destroying humanity.
The both of you smoke all of the meth that you had stolen, go on a month-long binge as a result.
You gain weight, and spend all of your money. You're sitting on your couch, eating a half-gallon of ice cream and watching TV when the news comes on.
Okay. Okay.
The dead are rising to attack the living. Stay in your homes and wait for further instructions. You change the channel. The dead are rising to attack the living. Stay in your homes and wait for further instructions.
You turn the TV off and remember that you have been imbued with the power to destroy humanity. You turn to your wife and say, "Honey, I have the power to destroy humanity."
"Oh, okay," your wife says. "Should we go outside?" "Yeah," you say. You and your wife go outside and begin to see dead bodies rising up out of the ground. What do we do now?
You inform your wife that you hold power. That you have command of these dead bodies that are rising before you both. You tell her, "We need to sacrifice little Billy to the imp that I made this bargain with in order to actually destroy humanity."
"We're really going to do that?" your wife asks. "Yes," you say. "Okay then," she says. You pick up your son's lifeless body and walk towards the nearest mass of dead bodies.
Sacrifice my son's my first born son's soul to the imp. Okay then.
You sacrifice your son's soul to the imp, and he appears before you. "Hey," he says. "We need to destroy humanity," you say. "Okay," the imp says.
Enter. Hey.
You, your wife, and the imp go out and begin to kill people. You have a blast. The more you kill, the more powerful you feel.
Jacksonville, Florida becomes the center of your demonic invasion. All of the local meth heads and bath salt smoking rednecks eventually are turned into your lifeless zombie-like servants. You claim City Hall, and along with your wife, begin to issue orders to conquer the rest of America with your new horde of demons.
You continue this process until you have successfully conquered the entire world. You then begin the process of slowly turning every human into a demon, so that you never have to worry about food again.
Do you remember the first time that I took my now sacrificed son to the park?
You remember the first time that you took your now sacrificed son to the park. You took little Billy to the park on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. He was only a few months old at the time, and you were still learning how to be a father.
Enter.
You knew that your wife was a little worried about you going out, but she had to go to work. She couldn't afford to miss another day, or she might get fired.
Enter.
You took little Billy to the park and learned how to change his diaper on a park bench. It was a simple process of removing the dirty one and putting a clean one on.
It is that easy. That's true.
You always thought that it was weird that you were supposed to fold the diaper down before putting it in the trash. Who would care if the wrapper was crumpled up into a ball? You took Billy around the park and pushed him on the swings.
Snap back to reality and ask my wife if she misses little Billy.
Do you miss little Billy? You ask your wife. Yes, she says, I do. Why'd you kill him? He was a demon spawn that would have destroyed the world, she says.
In reality, you were the one that sacrificed little Billy and corrupted the mind of your wife to believe that she had done it. You are a truly evil being, and one whom serves the purpose of the Dark Lord without question. Fully corrupted in mind, you carry forth in your mission to turn every last living creature on Earth into a demon.
Your mission is a success.
But then, all of a sudden, in the sky, is a creature. Is Goku.
He stands there, a powerful Saiyan warrior, with a halo behind his head. I am Goku, he says, and I am here to save the Earth from destruction at the hands of the Dark Lord.
You cannot stop me.
You cannot stop me, you say to Goku. Goku charges at you, releasing a burst of purple energy from his body. You attempt to dodge, but are hit by the blast. I will stop you, Goku says.
But Goku will not stop you, because this whole time, despite your bargains with the Dark Lord, you are Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans.
And you will not be stopped. You unleash a burst of energy, blowing Goku through the air. He slams into the ground, creating a small crater.
What now, Kaku? You say.
What now, Kakarot? You say. Goku slowly rises from the crater, and stands. He releases a powerful beam of energy from his hand, but you block it with your own energy blast.
While you were protecting those filthy aliens elsewhere in the universe, I was secretly training on Earth to become the a legendary Super Saiyan. Yes.
While you were protecting those filthy aliens elsewhere in the universe, I was secretly training on Earth to become a legendary Super Saiyan, you say. Goku looks at you, shocked.
Enter.
You're lying, he says. I am Vegeta, Prince of all Saiyans, you say. I am the greatest warrior you have ever faced. Goku charges at you, releasing a flurry of punches.
Enter.
You block every single one of them.
Yeah!
You then punch him in the face, sending him to the ground.
Begin charging my Big Bang attack.
You begin charging your Big Bang attack. You raise your hands into the air, creating a ball of blue energy. I'm the strongest outside of the pure evil side. You yell. Goku looks at you, terrified. It's over, Goku, you say. You fire the Big Bang attack, releasing a massive beam of energy.
But Goku deflects it with ease, as it would appear that he was training as well, elsewhere in the universe.
You talk too much, he says, before kicking you into the ball of energy you created. The ball of energy explodes, as you scream in agony. You are no longer a threat to Earth.
What? Hold on. Hold on. But... or are you? Because when Goku kicked you into the ball of energy, you did not die. You masked your ki in an effort to sneak up on him. And just as he was about to instant transmission back to his home planet, you sneak up behind him and put him into a full Nelson.
You then begin to strangle him. I'm the strongest, you say. I will always be the strongest. Goku begins to fade away into nothingness.
I'm going to tell your son that you are a failure once you're dead.
I'm going to tell your son that you are a failure once you're dead, you say. Goku's energy fades away as he dies. You fall to the ground and are stuck there, unmoving.
The weight of your sins weighs heavy upon your soul. You have needlessly killed the most powerful and goodly warrior in all of the universe. And for seemingly no reason at all, your long and elaborate plot to lure him to Jacksonville, Florida, was something that had been ill-conceived from the start. You begin to question your very existence as this brand of existential dread begins to likewise tear at your very being.
But you have no time for such things, as the Earth is suddenly blown to pieces. It was Frieza who survived your assault on his army, and managed to track down Goku's energy signature back to his location.
You fly into space in order to meet with Frieza.
He is surprised to see you, and is glad to see you. You're still alive? He asks. I am, you say. Let's fight. Frieza begins to laugh.
You say, what's so funny?
You really think you have a chance? He asks. Of course, You say, I'm the main character. Frieza laughs again. Do you know how many main characters I've killed with my own hands?
You may have killed many main characters in the past, but I will not die so easily, as I am a legendary Super Saiyan with power unrivaled. Watch my transformation.
You may have killed many main characters in the past, but I will not die so easily, as I am a legendary Super Saiyan with power unrivaled. Watch my transformation. Frieza is taken aback by your response.
In a flash of light, you remove your disguise, revealing that the entire time you were not Vegeta, but rather Goku. Your elaborate ploy to finally rid the universe of Vegeta has finally been completed.
You and Frieza exchange blows, and you manage to catch him off guard, and blast a hole right through his chest. Fool, he says, I'm not even the real Frieza.
You say, I am from the future, but I am still Goku. I had to travel back in time, as I learned that the only way to stop Vegeta in the future from destroying all life everywhere in the universe was to disguise myself as someone who had disguised himself as Vegeta in order to enslave all of Prime Earth's civilians prior to your destruction of the planet. Frieza is impressed with your elaborate time travel plan.
You are indeed a worthy opponent, he says, but now, the real Frieza shall rise again. Frieza begins to transform, as his scaly skin turns blue, his body becomes more slender and his face becomes more human-like.
Oh.
Fool, he says, this was my true form years ago. I am a being of countless centuries, and soon, I shall take my rightful place as ruler of the universe once again.
No. You shake your head. No, you say. I cannot let you do that, Frieza. For my true purpose for traveling through time was to lure you here to this exact moment in order to defeat you, as you are now at your most powerful.
What? Frieza asks.
Show me your true power. Transform and wait for me to do the same.
Show me your true power. Transform, and wait for me to do the same. Frieza is surprised by your response. He never thought that you would call his bluff. Very well, he says, if that is what you want, I shall transform again. Frieza's form begins to shift and change. His body becomes larger and more muscular, as a black crown of sorts forms atop his head. His skin becomes much darker, and his facial features become much more refined. He has transformed into his ultimate form. Now, he says, I am ready for you to show me what you're made of. You also transform into your ultimate form.
In a fit of contorting rage, your body transforms into its pinnacle Your skin turns from copper tone to something a bit more leathery and green. Indeed, your spine curves and your body instead appears to lose all of its limbs. To Frieza. He could not be entirely sure what it is you have turned into. But you know that you have turned yourself into a pickle.
You can sense that your power has increased substantially as you feel more powerful than you ever have before. Now, you say, let us fight. You and Frieza begin to clash.
Yes.
You have increased your power substantially, but Frieza has too. You are both incredibly powerful. This is going to be fun, you say. You and Frieza fight for a period of time that feels like an eternity.
You knock Frieza far enough away so that you can initiate dialogue safely. You shout out, I turned myself into a pickle Frieza. A pickle Goku.
Frieza laughs. Well then, I suppose I shall turn myself into a falafel. Frieza's form begins to contort and change. His body becomes more round, and he grows little legs.
No. No.
Spikes protrude from his skin, and a little tail forms. He is now a falafel.
You gasp and stagger backwards. You turned yourself into a falafel Frieza. You're falafel Frieza.
Exactly, Frieza says, and I am going to eat you. Frieza, now in his new form, attempts to fly towards you. You fire a few blasts from your fingertips and hit him directly in the head.
What's next?
He begins to scream and bleed, but he keeps flying. I don't think so, you say, you're not going to eat anyone. You blast Frieza again and again.
Enter again.
He screams as he is set ablaze. You begin to laugh, as you have turned Frieza's greatest weapon against him. Frieza screams in agony as he attempts to put the flames out.
A feeling of existential dread dawns upon you as Frieza burns in space somehow. You wonder, how will I ever turn myself back into not Pickle Goku?
A feeling of existential dread dawns upon you as Frieza burns in space somehow. You wonder, how will I ever turn myself back into not Pickle Goku?
Okay. Enter.
Eventually, he flies far away from you and attempts to fly as fast as he can to a body of water. You do not attempt to stop him, as you know that his chances of survival are low.
But you chase him anyway, through space, until finally the two of you meet upon an asteroid somewhere within the solar system. Water and space.
You both stand on it, staring at one another. You've lost, Frieza, you say, admit it. No, he says, I won't lose. Not to some stupid pickle.
He remembered.
I am the ruler of the universe, and I will not be defeated by a common pickle. Frieza begins to form a ball of energy in his hands. I'm going to kill you, he says. And then I'm going to turn back to my normal form, and return to Earth. I still have a planet to rule.
You frown. You know that Frieza has no chance of survival, and has deluded himself into believing as much. Without any hands or legs, it is difficult for you to channel your ki into a blast to counter his, and so you do what it is your grandfather taught you so long ago in the mountains. You teleport behind Frieza and snap his neck by wrapping your leathery pickle body around it and twisting with a sudden force that only a Saiyan warrior could implement. Mind-blowingly good. He has no neck.
Frieza falls to the ground, and you drop down next to him. This is where you die, Frieza. You fire a blast of energy directly through his chest. You then watch as Frieza begins to bleed out.
What's next?
He attempts to laugh, but blood is simply oozing out of his mouth. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. You've done well, Green Pickle. Frieza attempts to say something else, but cannot.
My plan has finally paid off. I traveled through time for this very moment.
My plan has finally paid off. I traveled through time for this very moment. What are you talking about? You just said you were a pickle. I was. I am a Saiyan named Green. I came here from the future, and my plan was to kill you. But you have shown me mercy, so I shall do the same for you.
But your name was not Green. It is Goku. The original Goku. You have merely found a way to turn yourself into a pickle, although it would appear that the transformation is taking a toll on your mind. You shake your head and say, Frieza, I am going to eat you now. You are a delicious falafel and deserve a fate no less than that.
You fly down to Frieza and begin to consume him. His blood is sweet, his flesh is soft, and his bones are brittle. You enjoy every moment of eating him. After finishing your meal, you burp loudly.
You remember that Bulma was waiting for you on the fringe of this universe with her trusty universally spanning phone device at the ready. You pick it up and attempt to call her for pickup.
Hello? Hey, it's me. I'm ready to be picked up. Where are you? I don't see you on the planet. I'm not on Namek anymore. I'm on some random asteroid.
Earth had to be destroyed in order for Frieza and Vegeta to meet their end. I had to kill your future husband. Sorry.
Earth had to be destroyed in order for Frieza and Vegeta to meet their end. I had to kill your future husband. I'm sorry.
You gonna leave me here?
It was the only way. Wait. Are you telling me that you killed Goku? Yes. I'm sorry. But he deserved a warrior's death. He died as a Saiyan warrior, fighting against evil.
You
should be
hang
proud
up
of him.
the phone and teleport and forget Bulma and teleport to the coolest place in the universe.
The TV room in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers headquarters. You walk into the room and find yourself surrounded by your friends. Hey Green, we were starting to worry about you. Yeah, we thought Frieza had killed you.
There's some cool teenagers with attitude.
So how did it go? I killed Frieza. All by yourself? Yeah. It was easy. Did you use your signature move, the tail attack? No. I used a different move.
You take off your elaborately made face mask in order to reveal your true identity, Chami, from the original Power Rangers series.
You have been Green Ranger for the day.
But not just for the day, for all time.
The end.
The ability to morph and to even up the score.
Yes. And it was the greatest story ever told. Type epilogue and story.
After your adventure, you decide to stay on the sidelines. You have no more interest in fighting evil, because you are a born warrior. You train hard every day, perfecting your fighting skills. Soon, you become the greatest warrior in the universe.
They know the fate of the world is lying in their hands.
You never have to fight evil again. But there are other battles to fight. Poverty, disease, and ignorance plague the universe. You take it upon yourself to fight these injustices. You become a symbol of hope for those who need it.
No one will ever take them down.
You become a symbol of peace. You are the last Saiyan. The last Power Ranger. You are the greatest hero in the universe. The end.
Yes! God, I'm crying. That was beautiful, dude. What happened to serving the Dark Lord? It was all an elaborate ploy to lure Vegeta Goku to Earth, which was also an elaborate ploy to lure Frieza to Earth, because I knew that Vegeta would disguise himself as Goku and use his ki carelessly to allow past Frieza to travel to current-day modern Earth in order to defeat him, which is why I traveled back through time to kill him. But actually, I was not Goku, but rather I had utilized my knowledge of modern television, because during the 90s, Dragon Ball Z was also airing, to make myself Goku, because I had learned that they were actually real and had decided that the only way to defeat all of them was to go back in time and use my Goku face mask to transform myself into Vegeta, and previous to that, a meth head from Jacksonville, Florida, to evade and kill the police and make a dark pact with Satan. I'll see you guys tomorrow.